Hello there, folks. I am in Minecraft right here. I'm standing on this train station that I would really like to show you how it works. Yeah. So, yeah, let's start with this beginning. We have a train holding here. What you do is you walk up to this monitor for the station. You right-click the thing, and it prints out a ticket for you. Then you jump into the train and put in the ticket, and off you go. That was fairly simple, wasn't it? So that's really the main part of my train station. That's how the system works. You pick your tickets, you jump in the train, put the ticket in the train, and off you go. This is going. I have currently 2 stations set up on this this track, but there's 2 on the screen back there. But actually, only one of them is set up as the station. The other one is not complete yet. This this station complex, this railway, is very much a work in progress, and it sort of develops all the time. I just thought that I wanted to show it how it works before it gets too complicated. Then I can't really figure it out myself anymore. So yeah, we are now coming up on the other station. We're going to swing in right here through all of these and into the station, where we get thrown off. Then the train goes out back, goes through this little circle here over to this water station. And then right now it's going to this one, checks if there's a train on the station. This time there were, so it's just sending this train back to the other station. And then now we're here, and this station is called the lake station because there's a lake, and my creativity doesn't come very far when it comes to names. So this station is like much more primitive. This station has a junction right here from the main line. The main line is a north and south going track. This being south and this being north. And then when it comes up here, it goes through these routing switches, and if its destination is set to the station, it will turn in here. Then have a incoming track with a disembarking track, and this thing is just to make it short stops over here. This right here where you get kicked off, and then you can just like wander around the station. Then it runs out back, where we have a couple like waiting position in case that there's a lot of trains here. That's probably not necessary. I don't think that it will ever be the case where I have like 3 trains holding here, but I built it just to be sure. Then right here we have a liquid loader that is going to load liquid into the locomotive before it continues on. Then, as said, right here, this thing right here checks whether or not there's a train on this bit of track right here. If there's a train here, it emits a redstone signal, which makes this thing activate, making this. Right now you can like see these are connected right here. If we walk over through these, you can see that they are connected, like the train can pass. So here the train is going to take a right, go out here, go over to this one. These set the ticket in the train, and this is going to send it back to the main station. So if we now want to go back here, in the end there's going to be the touchscreen right here, but that's not at the moment. So right now what we do is we take our golden ticket. We have the one that says South Station. That's because we're going down the south line towards the station. It's just called station because it's the main one, but this one is called lake. So we go down this path right here, back to our main station. This railway uses a lot of routing tables and switch motors and stuff, and yeah, tickets and all that. And it's a really powerful system. You can build some really complicated application with that, and Railcraft can do a real lot with the locomotives. So in my locomotive we have the steam, and I use block of coal just because that I don't want to worry about my coal running out of fuel. I have a refueling site set up though. There was an empty train. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Um, I don't want to run it out while testing. You'll see that a lot of stuff is set up for testing here. And then the water. We have currently used like 1 bucket of water. And we now go in here, and you'll see there's a lot of different tracks that I'm going to explain. We get kicked out, and this train continues around here. All of this madness right here is just to make sure that we don't get a clog of trains. That they found out a path that they won't take down the same route in the yard here. So it then picks a empty yard. See, when this is red, this turns so it passes, and then the start one, that which is green, makes it go down here. So we have 2 trains sitting here, and we have a train sitting right here, ready for another person to departure. What happens when we pull out a ticket here from the ticket machine and put it in here? These one used tickets just consumes. The train runs out of the station. We have this computer over here which checks whether or not there's a train at the station. Right now there's not, so it called another train up here. And that takes up to 10 seconds just because that's a refresh rate on the computer. After 10 seconds it has ordered a new train, and it's right here ready for the next person to departure. Of course you can deplete the train yard over here, and then it's just going to wait for another train to pull up. All the trains in the yard have liquid loaders over them, but that doesn't actually mean that they load. When they're fully loaded, the liquid loader sort of shuts off the feed into them. So I have this computer right here. I actually don't remember the interval that I set it at, but every approximately 3 minutes, it's going to run all the trains down right here with the refuel tag, which is going to make them turn off here and go over here. Oops. And right down over here and back. And actually the easiest way would be to show you, and this is 20 seconds. We don't want to wait that, so I have set up a way for me to just make them send. So this train right here is now going to departure, and it's going to go around that loop right there, go right back the fuel line in here, go down all of these things right here, and zoom right into the yard again, and the other train's coming around here now. This right here, that's my restocking of fuel. Basically that's just a lot of coal blocks in here, and they get hold there they need to, but normally they don't. So right here we can see that this train now was ordered because that one was empty. This train station was empty. Right, as we saw before, I have a board right here to the station. There we go. When this train here, the other one gets routed back. But what then if I take this train and then another person arrives at this station wanting to take a train? Instead of him having to wait for somebody to randomly turn up here and leave a train, I set it up so that if I right here go ahead and add in the south station tag, so that's going to departure, doesn't really care whether or not there's somebody with it. Then back here, this thing over here is going to activate saying no train at Lake Station, calling one. And I don't think that things are sometimes a little buggy. I had a problem with my like these things, the wireless receivers and transmitters just disappearing randomly. First train ordered, and why not? Damn it! I don't like when things don't work. I'll just go ahead and reboot the computer. Let's see. Right, this time it worked. So now it's going to be sent down the refueling line, but it's going to get tagged from this thing right here with the North Lake tag. So currently this train is going to run empty down to the other station. That takes 2 minutes for the train to get all the way down there. So currently, no, that isn't a train down here. But the theory is that at all times there'll be a maximum delay of 2 minutes, and then a train will come up here. If it happens that somebody now arrives in a train while when the core train is coming up here, it's just going to go around the outside and go back to the main station. A lot of these features are not really necessary, but I just wanted my system to be as versatile as possible. So yeah, something happened here, and I have no clue what it is, but sometimes the system just, as I said, bugs. So now that's why I have like a holding track right here, that in case there's a train here, it stops there. That of course doesn't represent my train station very well, that it didn't work, but I think sometimes the mod bugs. So I can just tag this with refuel, which would make it go right back here, and the next train to come in. Yeah, currently there's 3 trains here, and I have one more that now is setting up here. This should have arrived by now. Yeah, it is. I can now go ahead and place this minecart here. This minecart is going to simulate that there's a train at the station. It don't really know. It just, when there's something on this line, it's going to assume that it's a train, and it would be if I don't place minecarts there. So now we're going to have the other train come back here, and it's going to take up the last place in the yard. So we have 3 trains waiting here. That's not a scenario that actually would happen, but I'll just show you what happens in case we have an overflow, because that could happen. Oh, so now we have a refueling run that runs far too often for what it really needs, but for debugging purposes I have it run that often. The trains go around this loop, and now you'll see that these 2 trains are too close. We have this track up there take the speed down, but they would ram into each other and go down the same yard path. So therefore I have it wait up here for this train to get down its own path before sending the next train, just so that we don't ram each other. And here comes our train under the incoming track. This track right here is normally only for passengers, and that train I simulated there was a passenger in it by using the south station. I could have used a south station / refuel, which would have made it gone down that one, but that didn't really matter because, well, there's never going to be a train here anyway. Just for safety I have a diverting route. So right here we now have 3 trains. Now I'm going to place another minecart right here, and I'm going to add in the refueling tank, which now is going to make this go around another turn. So now we have a problem. We have a 4th train coming in, and we only have 3 3 parking spaces. What do we do about that? Well, we just have the track loop. Basically just a loop that goes right back to here. Pretty simple. And then as soon as this track clears up, for whatever reason there was something there, this computer is going to realize and ask for a train. And there we go. Asks for a train pulls up at the station, and everything is good. Nice. What more do I want to show you right now? I think I have these debug switches right here, which basically just allows me to queue a train for the station. What? I want to do is to have this train go up to the lake station, and then this train as well. There's now two trains going at approximately the same time. I'll now have to clear out. Oh, there we go. The minecart up here, just for. And what this now also is going to do is that's actually going to call a third train. As you can see by this computer right here, it's going to no train in its main. Right, it's going to take care of the main first, because that has shorter response time. I mean, it takes like 10 seconds for it to arrive over there, but 2 minutes to the other. And the computer is locked for those 2 minutes. It can't receive another train, just because that else it would see that the lake station is still empty, and then send another one up here. So any minute our train should arrive. The reason that they have the trunk loaders is so that they can run from station to station without me being there. And there we have the first one. And now we'll be able to see that this routing one here, the way these I should probably not take this out right before the other train to come. I'll use this one. In this routing table, I have a destinating south lake. That means south track to lake. Right, so let's see here. The first train is coming in here, and it's parking on in the station. The second train that now is coming is going to get diverted, sped up, and sent back to the main station. Over here and back. This one doesn't have a skip line on the station. Everything goes through the line in, because that doesn't actually matter. And there we go. So as you can see, this was the one that came last, the one that the computer ordered, but the computer, it just has the same destination as all the others. So it's just going to get sent back. Right. So yeah, I have a lot of computers here, and I'm probably going to put a lot of paste bin codes in the description, just so you can have it in case you want it. I'll just go over what the different computers do now. This one right here, as you have seen me talking about a couple of times, is the one that makes sure there's always a train at the stations. This one right here is, as you can see, it says routing to lake station. What this one does is that it have these two. You can turn on these, which is going to make it go down the refuel line, and then this one, which is going to make it go to lake station. This basically just means that when this one just sends the train, this one routes it to the lake station. This computer right here gets this receives which train it how to send. So you can see if it receives right, it's going to send the third train, and left the third first, and back the second. So just 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, yeah. And it sends the according train. That's really what this computer does. Receive what train to send, and then send it. This one right here have a countdown from 250 seconds before, and that's the refuel cycle. After that, it just activates 4, which is go down the refuel line. 5, which is just activates the rail holding this. Then it sends to this one, activate 1, then it waits a bit, activate 2, and then last activate 3, so that they all get cycled through. Then over here we have a touchscreen, and this uses the Direwolf 20's button API. This is also playing the Direwolf 20 pack. But the Direwolf 20 button API, which basically goes that when you click this button, it sends the computer right down here. It sends through wireless. It's probably like a bit overkill to use wireless here, but wireless to this other computer, which then just receive where to print what um, ticket to print. You could press the other and it would say C station instead of lake. We could go to the C station. It's really not much, but it is built. I think that's all the computers. Then there's a lot and a lot of lighting, and going over this would take quite a long time. Might do a separate video on that. I don't think that it's going to be. It's not going to be in this one. I can guarantee that it's already like 20 minutes long. So yeah, should probably. Actually, I'm not going to follow this train all the way out there. I'm just going to use my Uber run to get out there quite fast. See, it's quite a quite ways out, and all it really is this track right here, which says North Station, which makes the train go around here and get new destination, and then go back all this way and get routed right into the station. I think that was all I wanted to talk about. I really like the station, and I think it has a lot of possibility, and it's easily expandable. I mean, this computer right here currently have all three sides occupied by these, which are whether or not there's a train on the tracks over here. But you could just switch that with the RedNet cable, and then have 16 on each side, so you can easily have a bigger yard. So I think this design would be very capable of multiplayer servers, and I would actually like to see it on one. I just don't have access to one. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Leave some reactions on what you think about it in the comments, and I'll consider what you're saying. I don't know. Also leave a map download and paste into all of the computer code. I'm not good with Lua. I understand it and I can code it, but I'm really not good with it. There's our train coming back. So yeah, the code is really messy and not optimized at all, but it gets the job done. This station has bugs as well. I mean, sometimes it has to be serviced, so you have to look after it, but that's just how it is. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you come back here next time. I might post an update to this video and post another Minecraft video. I don't know. We'll have to see. But thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.